Welcome back everyone, I'm Kate Plays Games, this is Fallout 4 and you join me outside the CIT ruins where we were kicked out of the Institute. As you can see, the Institute symbol is missing from our map because we can no longer get back in there because we became their enemies by siding with the Brotherhood of Steel, and that means we have now failed 2 major quest lines with 2 of the 4 factions. The Institute, obviously, and the Railroad, because to complete the game with the Railroad you need access to the Institute. Now I said at the end of the last episode we were going to go and speak to Preston Garvey, but we're not going to do that because we have 2 different quests at the airport, so we're going to go there instead. Doggo managed to get himself killed during the big quest in the mass fusion building, which I believe is that big tower there. No, it's that tower there. Doggo jumped about 7 stories down and got himself killed, and he is now taking himself all the way back to the northwest of the map, and he'll be waiting for us at Red Rocket if and when we ever do decide to get him. He is not so much of a concern at the moment because we also found the strength bubblehead in that big mass fusion building, so we've got increased carry capacity ourselves, and apparently there's a single super mutant on the road behind us. I mean, okay, whatevs. Right, let's get on board this vertibird and take the beryllium agitator back to the Brotherhood. So we're kind of walking around with a core of a nuclear reactor in our back pocket, and I'd rather get rid of that, to be honest. So, back to Boston Airport we go.
Instruments read all clear. We're green for takeoff. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Some altitude would be good at this moment. God, there's no need to show off your piloting skills. You can't go further up in the air, you know. There you go. God. Well, apparently the game thinks we're already in Boston Airport. So let's just vandalise some more cars on the way in. That's not a car, that's a shipping container. That's why it did not explode. Okay, we're here, we're back. 2 quests to do here.
Setting her down at the target location.
On your way, soldier.
First one is Proctor Ingram.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean them.
Here's your reactor core.
Proctor,
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
what ended up happening at mass fusion?
Thanks to your help, our forces managed to take the building with very little resistance from the synths. We've posted a garrison there, and they'll keep the place under guard for the time being. Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. You've got other orders to follow, and I have to finish working on Liberty Prime. In the meantime, I'll take the agitator and stow it on the Pridwin for safekeeping.
There you go. I can't think of a better place to keep it.
That's because there isn't one. You know, I'm not sure what the Institute wanted this thing for, but I'm glad we got it first. Now Scoot, we both got things to do.
I have some important work to do, if you'll excuse me.
She could have just asked me what the Institute wanted it for, because I know. They wanted to make their own nuclear reactor. Ah, look, since we've been away, they've loaded up Mr. War Robot with the Mark 28 nuclear bombs. If you complete the game with the Brotherhood, this guy physically walks all the way to CIT and blows a big hole in the ground with his nukes and his eye laser. It's quite the thing, but we're not completing the game with the Brotherhood, so we're not going to see that. We have to go and talk to Elder Maxon. Oh, nearly fell off the Pridwin. That would have been embarrassing, but not fatal because I'm in power armor.
Unless you like getting shot.
Here he is. Okay, what do you have for me?
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
That was aggressive.
Am I being accused of something?
That remains to be seen. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Lies.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
I've barely spoken to the guy, come on, man.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
There must be some other way.
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Kill one of my best friends or get a promotion. Tough choice. He really knows how to sell you on a mission, doesn't he?
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
Knight, I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
What do you know about the situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Danse under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Alright. Because this is a modded interior of the Pridwin, sometimes her pathfinding gets a little bit janky. But it looks like, I don't know, she's found her way down to where we need to go. That's good. So that only proves how difficult synths are to discover. I mean, Paladin Danse has been in the Brotherhood for years, and his DNA says he's human. Speak to you in a moment. I'm gonna loot this and that. Right, where are you?
Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
Yeah, hopefully not.
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
Alright, we'll hear him out, because I'd rather not kill someone who we can keep as a companion.
Alright, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pridwin showed up, Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Alright, so now we have to go to Listening Post Bravo. Recreation terminal, we haven't looked at this. Alright, so this is where they can come to just chill out. And apparently there's a location we haven't been to before, and that's the Cambridge Crater, which we haven't actually. Considering we've been walking across the map, we haven't actually been to the Cambridge Crater yet. And it's a huge nuclear bomb impact crater which is full of feral ghouls. And another one. And there's Mirelurk's Neponset Park apparently, and we haven't been there either. Well, I'm glad I checked that terminal now. I was expecting to find some Pip-Boy games. So this is the cool place where they all come to chillax. What are you guarding?
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way
Crates of mini nukes. Right. Let's go and find Paladin
If you run into any
Danse.
synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
How can a machine believe it's alive?
I did wonder why Danse wasn't in the mess hall where he usually hangs out.
You haven't lived until you tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrate. That's just...
Oh, let's just take the express elevator, shall we? Ooh. Power armor's cool. So where is it that we have to go? Let's turn off the that, and let's see this. Okay, this has been marked on a map pretty much forever. Where can we go? Where can we go? Finch Farm, I think, or maybe Greentop Nursery. Yeah, Greentop. I think we'll just go to Greentop. Just throw another grenade. And quite interestingly, when you look at the perk chart, and there is an explosives one. Yeah, this. when you do Demolition Expert 2, you get a visual throwing arc when you throw grenades. So we might do Demolition Expert 1 and 2 next. Because it also unlocks the ability to build explosives at chemistry stations. Not that we use explosives. But the throwing arc's pretty nice. Especially if you're trying to throw artillery grenades, then it's really quite good. Because you can be really quite pinpoint with your artillery. These big... Wow. Nuclear bombs all over the place. Okay, green top it is.
Glad to have you aboard, ma'am. Weapons on and ready to bring the pain, ma'am.
Whoops, that was a little bit too close. Just a short journey, it's only just up here. We still haven't done that bunker. Really must do that at some point. Nailed it. And here we are.
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
Right, let's fix the glitch. Should put our real armour back on as well. There. Cool, that's that fixed. And the place we're going is literally just here. It's no great distance at all. Might be one or two things to take care of before we can go and speak to Paladin Danse. Or just Danse as he is now, he's not Paladin anymore. There are a couple of gun turrets on top of this thing. There's one. And there's another one just over here. Oh, for goodness sake. Would you... Excuse me. Okay, that's the first time we've met the invincibility glitch in this playthrough. Sometimes things become impossible to destroy. So that's fun. One moment, please. And the only way to fix a glitch is to reload the game. There might be a Protectron in here as well. Hello? I'm not seeing it. It's dead. I think Danse took care of that. Ah, purify water, I'll take that. Technical document, I'll take that. There's a little cache of ammo and maybe a weapon. Just some ammo. Right, I'm actually going to leave my armour out here. Because as you can imagine, we have speech checks to do. So let's just Leave it here. Take the core out of it. Give me that. Thank you very much. Let's turn the power back on. Here we are. Yep, Danse has some protection. And there's another couple of gun turrets around here somewhere. That's it. That's very close. Armour and weapons workbenches. Mentats grape. Now, these Mentats grapes are always here. What do Mentats grape do? They give you 5 charisma. Why are they always here? Because the game really wants you to pass a speech check. So, like, even if you only have charisma 6, you can take these Mentats grapes and probably still pass the speech check. So the game does give you clues, like it gives you guaranteed rad away in some places and guaranteed drugs in this case. There we are. Yeah, this is all pre-war stuff, and the guy stationed down here on his own had started to hallucinate. If you ever come back here, there will be a Yao Guai that spawns down here. But we're not here for that, we're here for Danse. Just make sure we do actually have Charisma 11, so special. Yep, Charisma 11.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
He looks so strange out of power armor.
I don't understand what's going on, Danse.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
What do you think?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
Well, it wasn't technology that ended the world, it was human decisions.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Right, so we can either kill him, or he'll kill himself, or we can talk him out. So let's talk him down.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
And it doesn't really matter which speech check you pass as long as you pass them.
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Halen. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Alright, holotags. That is not the end. There's more Mentat grapes here. So, We're being given multiple Mentats grapes. Now, when you have him as a companion, normally he'll be in T60 armor, but after this mission is complete and he's still alive, he upgrades it to XO1. So you get a free upgrade on your companion. And until you do this quest, his affinity is capped at 999. So you can't actually get to maximum affinity until you get to this point in the main story. We're not done yet though.
Ground floor.
That was a vertibird noise.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not her fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
Again, more speech checks.
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Danse isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Danse. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Nice speech, but no.
Danse wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Danse, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
Right, well, we're not quite at the speech check yet. This backwards and forwards goes on for quite some time, and we need to beg him to listen to us.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Now all we have to do is pass any speech check we want.
Whether he's human or not, Danse saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn woman. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Danse to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive. Which leaves me with only a single alternative. Danse, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight. And your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of her. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Right, so he's off skate. We just got a big reputation boost with Paladin Danse. He's up to 173.
Excuse me.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
He's a dick.
Friends take care of each other. No matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post. But it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her, and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Are you gonna have a problem killing synths?
I might physically be a synth, but my heart and mind belong to the Brotherhood. The Institute is still a tremendous threat to the Commonwealth. They possess technologies that need to be confiscated or destroyed. I promise you, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger on them.
Goodbye, Danse.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Alright, now, when we take him as a companion, we will be enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, but only as long as he is our companion. So you do have to be slightly careful when you're travelling with Danse. If you hear vertibirds, either dismiss him from your company very quickly, or hide somewhere. Or kill the Brotherhood, you know, whichever. Okay, we need to get ourselves back to the Prydwen. So let's just go. No matter how accurately you place this flare, I don't think the vertibird ever lands on the vertibird helipad. It's a bit sad. It'll fly somewhere. I'm not even sure where the nearest place is that it can land. We shall soon find out. Here comes my cab. Let's see where it lands. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, it worked. That usually doesn't work. Happy days. Alright. That was unexpected. So now we can actually go straight to the Prydwen.
Instruments read all clear. We're green for takeoff.
And instead of going to the airport and
Weapons on and ready to bring the pain, ma'am.
And then going to the Prydwen, you can actually dock with the Prydwen straight from here. Ah, there's something to blow up. Boom.
I'm bringing her in. Hang on to something.
This is not the Prydwen. Well, that didn't work, did it? That was very rude. And something just fired a head laser at that. And it's firing it here. Yep, it's an Assaultron. Suddenly a wild Assaultron appears. It's an Assaultron Dominator. Oh crap.
Call me Charmer.
Oh, oh man. How many times have we done that in this playthrough? I mean, see how much health that took off and it just clipped us because we managed to kill it at the same time? God. Right, well, we called a cab, we told it to take us to the Prydwen, and it turned around and dropped us back here again. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Call a cab. Maybe we'll just go to the airport this time. That was most annoying. No, it's not landing at the helipad. It's going over here. Right. Well, that got absolutely yeeted, didn't it? Let's chase its corpse. I hope that our cab doesn't run away. Where did that Yao Guai go? It kinda got yeeted over this way. Here it is. Gamma gun of the hitman. Absolute garbage. Don't leave, cab. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Well, we are seeing all kinds of jankiness today, aren't we? Take me to the airport, please. Airport.
Glad to have you aboard, ma'am. All weapon systems are go. Good shooting, Knight.
Okay, looks like we're actually... No. No, what? No! Don't you dare land back there. You take me over here. Right, good. God knows what happened there. I'm gonna take it out on these cars. Stupid cars. It's all their fault. And you can blow up as well. And you. Damn sentry bot. Okay, one short trip back home after an aborted attempt.
Prepare for landing.
We're here.
Touchdown could be a little rough.
I am going to leave my armour here, not because we need to do a speech check, but because we need to be fast. We need to run away from someone very quickly as soon as we've handed this mission in. Right, let's talk to Elder Maxon. Because the problem we're going to get now is that as soon as we have finished talking to Elder Maxon, Lancer Captain Kells, who as we know lives in a room directly below Elder Maxon's command deck, is going to try and give us a mission to destroy the railroad, which will automatically make us permanent enemies of the railroad. So as soon as we finish talking to Elder Maxon, we need to run away out of speech range of Lancer Captain Kells. That's Elder Maxon. That there is Kells. So as soon as we finish talking to him, he's going to try and talk to us. And he can't talk to us through the floor. So we're going to have to run away from him.
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Danse. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Of course. The Brotherhood must come first.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Where did Danse keep his power armor?
I'm certain you can find it in Proctor Ingram's section of the ship. Wear it with pride. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Run away, run away, run away.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
That's not his. That's not his. Ah, this is the one. Right, so we've now got Paladin Danse's armour. Which is why he cobbles together some XO1, because we've got his suit. We can also have a look in Paladin Danse's old room, which I believe is this one. Yes. He had a pet cat, apparently. Ooh, 45 rounds, some 10mm rounds, and some money. The bed. So this is now our other quarters. You know, we have a bed on the main deck with everyone else, but this is now our quarters as well. And we're also a paladin now, so that's pretty cool. He's got some good stuff in his room. Not gonna lie. Okay.
Attention. Any soldiers who have
Now,
not yet
we
received
need to
a
get
field
down
assignment
here
from
and run
Proctor
away
Tegan
before
should speak to him at
Kells catches us. Run, 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 get out. Okay, this is now as far as we can go with the Brotherhood of Steel, because as I said, this quest, as you can see by the animation, is someone in power armour stomping on a railroad sign. So, as soon as Kells speaks to us, we're going to be enemies of our good friends in the railroad. We don't want that, so let's just go somewhere else. .45 rounds, nice. 2mm ammo, nice. 10mm we'll take. Okay. Now of course we have two sets of power armour here. I'm just going to go and put one in the little settlement that we have here. Really? No one's fallen off the gantry and died? I'm quite disappointed by that, really. Right, so this Paladin Danse T60 armour will be living here, and we will be living somewhere else. Right, give me the fusion core. See you later. Have fun, Mr. Armour. This is where you stay now, pretty much forever. Right, let's go and get our XO1. We're quite tired and hungry and thirsty, aren't we? So let's do a sleep, and then the only thing we have left to do is to go back to the castle and speak to Preston. Early in the morning, lovely, lovely. Let's retrieve our XO1 and call a cab.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Yeah, I know. Now, ordinarily, I would just swim there, but that would mean abandoning our XO1 here, so we're going to call a cab. I'm not sure how many call a cab grenades we have left. Now, we did level up, so let's do that. And do explosions 1. And we'll do demolition expert 2 with the next level up, if indeed we get a next level up. This is like the shortest cab ride ever. And we'll board that cab in the next episode, because we've got quite a lot left to do, but not enough time to do any of it in this episode. So I hope to see you for that, and I hope you take care of yourself until then. I will talk to you soon.